Pourovers, specifically with the Chemex, are by far my favorite ways to make coffee. The way it produces such a clean and crisp flavor is game-changing for me. So if you're into specialty coffee or looking to get into it, you definitely need to get yourself a pour-over device. And for today's video, we produced a handy-dandy guide for how to get started with pour-overs and everything you'll need. So first up, you're definitely gonna need some kind of pour-over device. Today, we're using the Chemex. Again, this is my favorite way to brew. You're gonna need some kind of specialty coffee from an independent coffee roaster. You're gonna need a scale of some type. The Chemex filters, these are just the basic paper ones from Chemex, and some type of gooseneck kettle. That's pretty much all you need, so let's get into the tutorial. The first thing you'll want to do is measure out your beans. I recommend using 30 grams for a single cup, and you're gonna get that ground on a medium setting. I'm gonna be using a 1:17 ratio for this brew. While the beans are grinding, we're gonna go ahead and get our filter into place. I like to use the paper ones from Chemex, and I actually recommend them over any kind of metal ones. You'll want to fold it into a cone-like shape, with one side being much thicker than the other. Put the thicker side against the Chemex spout. Remember, the Chemex filters are specifically designed to filter out the extra oils in the coffee, leaving you with a smooth and clean tasting cup. So their filters are designed perfectly for their actual device. Once the filter is in place, grab your kettle and pour warm water over it to rinse it and preheat the Chemex. Rinsing the filter helps wash off paper chemicals that can affect the taste of the coffee. Now that that's done, take your coffee grounds and dump them into the Chemex because it's time to begin your pour over. Give it a little shake to get the bed as level as possible, and it's time to brew. The first step, and arguably the most important, is the bloom. This is the initial pulse of hot water over top the grounds, which releases built-up CO2 gases from the roasting process. These gases can add a sour taste to your coffee, so blooming helps to eliminate that. Your bloom should be roughly double the original weight of your grounds, and you let it sit from 30 seconds to 1 minute. You can choose what option fits best for you. Here I'm doing a 70-gram bloom, and I let it sit for 30 seconds. In general, you'll know the CO2 gases are escaping when you see lots of little bubbles popping up. If you don't see bubbles, don't panic. The fresher the coffee is, the more bubbles you'll see. Following the bloom, you'll keep pouring water intermediately in a circular motion until you hit your goal weight, which for 30 grams of coffee is 500 grams. You'll want to pour the water from the inside to the outside or vice versa, stopping periodically when the Chemex is full to let the coffee draw down. The entire process for a single cup should take between 4 to 6 minutes. I typically do 3 pours following the bloom. The first one to 250 grams, the second to 350 grams, and the final one to our goal weight of 500 grams. Don't rush the process, and make sure you're saturating the entire bed to avoid channeling and ensure you're getting an even extraction. After you've reached your goal weight and all the water has drawn down, you'll see a nice dry bed left. When that bed is flat, it means you've got a good, even extraction, and you should end up with a full-bodied coffee. Now it's time to pour and enjoy the amazing cup of coffee you just made with the Chemex. It will be one of the best cups of coffee you ever have. So clean, so bright, so enjoyable, just all natural coffee. I hope this tutorial was super helpful for you. If you liked today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button, and maybe share it with another coffee fanatic who maybe needs a brush up on their pour over technique. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Remember, brew better coffee.